I'll let you choose. Going over some common analytics mistakes so that folks may recognize them and get some value out of that, or like top 3 tips or something that folks who are watching can go and put into action right away. Whichever you think would be most valuable.
Yeah, maybe we'll mix and match a little bit here. I would
Cool.
say the biggest mistake that people will make is they'll get obsessed with the data not being perfect. So they'll go like, I had 41 orders in Shopify and I had 40 in Google Analytics, right? And it's like 40 is plenty good to use it to make decisions. Like, don't sweat it, right? We're looking for trends here. So it's just very easy to get obsessed with getting perfect data across your platforms. That's not the goal. We want to analyze and make decisions, focus on the prize, which is being able to answer questions. So that's the biggest mistake. The biggest thing that I think people can go put into action today is, I would say, go take a look and get a sense for what your baseline is. Get a sense, like there are numbers like we talked about with dashboarding. I think you should know how many orders you have roughly. What's your daily orders, right? How many orders did you have? How many orders do you have a week? You should be able to answer that question because you want to know when it changes, right? We want to know quickly when it changes. You want to have a sense for how many sessions you have and things like that. You want to know that. So go get a baseline. The best way to do that is go look at Shopify for orders to get the real order and revenue counts. Do that, know those numbers, feel comfortable with what those are and how they change. Look at them over time. That's the easiest chart to look at, is just go pull it up. You don't need any advanced tooling to start. Pull it up in Shopify, look at it, get a sense for on weekends, do orders go up and down on the weekend? It's going to depend on your store. Selling office supplies will probably go down. You know, if you're selling, I don't know, like an impulse purchase, right? Maybe they go up on the weekend. So get a sense for that and look at things over time, see how they're changing, get a sense for those trends. That's true of basically every metric. So just look at how it's been changing over time. I think you will find some interesting insights right off the bat. I always do. I just go look at the last 3 months of data for a store and I just look like, oh, we had this big spike. So as a like concrete example, we went and we looked at a Shopify store and we saw this like big spike like last week, just like in this one day, like what the heck happened there? And that you start digging into it, you'll be like, there'll be a little itch in the back of your brain that's like, why did that happen? Right? So go and we looked at it and their newsletter, they sent out their newsletter that day. So there's this big spike. So then the next question is, does that happen every time they send out a newsletter? So we went and we looked. No, this newsletter was way more effective than their last newsletter. So you will get an insight like that in the first 10 minutes of messing around with your explorations. Look at it over time. Just look at orders and sessions over time. 9 times out of 10, you'll find something interesting right off the bat and you'll dig into it. And then you'll be a data analyst from there. You'll be addicted to it.
There you go. Easiest step to become a data analyst. Just
yeah, that's
look
right.
at the data.
Look at the data. That's where we start. So
cool.